Well, good morning, everyone. Sitting here with a nice cup of tea this morning. And just looking at this beautiful guitar I have here, I wanted to tell you about it. It's a master-built guitar made by Epiphone and called the TEXAN. It's a beautiful guitar. It's new. It's right off the shelf out of the store. I didn't buy it. It belongs to somebody else. But when you look inside, there's no spiders in there or anything. I don't like spiders. I remember one time when I was traveling by thumb when I was young. I was in Ohio and we got let out of a car and decided it was time to go to sleep. So we walked up into the countryside. Inside there was a grouping of trees. We didn't have flashlights. Don't ask me how we did this. We were crazy. But anyways, we had our knapsacks and our sleeping bags and we rolled them out. And I remember lighting a match because I wanted to see what was going on because it was so dark under those trees. You couldn't even get the light from the moon. It was just pitch black. And when I did, I looked down and there were daddy long legs. I must have sat on a nest. They were everywhere. I mean, there had to be hundreds of them. I've never seen so many spiders in one place and they were crawling up my legs. It freaked me out. It was a bad night, let me tell you. I did a dance like you wouldn't believe. Anybody would do that dance. Of course, they say daddy long legs won't hurt you, and I didn't get bit. They don't bite, but just the sight of them and having them crawl on you, even to this day when I think about it, it makes me shiver. But I don't know how we got off on that. We need to talk about this master built FT-79, I think they call it, the TEXAN. It sounds really good, doesn't it? I have it plugged right in right now to its pickup. This comes with a Sonocore from Fishman. These are made in Indonesia. This one, I think, was made in 2021, but I can't tell when I look at the paper label. They use the old-fashioned blue paper label, but this is a retro, so of the guitars that were made in the 60s, you know, played by the Beatles and Frampton. That's this guitar called the TEXAN. They kind of made it famous. And so this is a retro of it. And look at that, isn't that beautiful? Look at those inlays on that and that beautiful cherry vintage finish. I really like it. It's kind of like a soft satiny glow to it. Now the nice thing about these instruments is they are all solid wood. It is a master built. So that's a solid mahogany in the back and sides. It's all outlined. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. And then you got a solid Sitka spruce top on this. I don't know why they put that little E there. I guess they got to have their name on it someplace. But I would think that would be enough. They really should. That just kind of cheapens it. Just personal. And I know the owner of this guitar says the same thing, and I have to agree with him. It comes with a bone saddle, and then it has a Graphtec nut. They call it new bone. Does have the factory strings on it, so they seem a little bit dead to me. The first thing I noticed when I picked this up was it felt heavy to me. I mean, but you know what? I weighed it, and it's about 5 pounds, a little bit over 5 pounds. So it's really not that heavy. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way the weight's distributed on it. It just felt heavy for some reason. But it's pretty balanced when I hold it. I don't feel like it's going to tip over or anything like that. It's pretty nice that way. Yeah, so it's got beautiful sound to it. sounds good finger style, sounds good strums. This would be a great workhorse for somebody. They run about $700 new. This one was purchased for about $500 because it was purchased from a store that was closing. So that was a real good deal, especially for a solid wood guitar. It has a Laurel fingerboard, and let me tell you, on this fingerboard, it has a radius of 12, which I really like that for when you're doing bar chords, because it's curved more. You know, a lot of instruments have 15 or 16 radius, a little bit flatter. They're great for just single notes, for finger style. But this one, having that radius, just the neck just feels comfortable. It just fits really well. Anyways, enough noodling on this thing. And so it has a scale of 25/5, and I really like that. It has a mahogany neck, as you can see. Just the finish on this is really nice. I like that old-fashioned finish. I like that look. Isn't that beautiful? The inlays are beautiful on it. Scale length is 25/5. I took some videos of the inside. It looks real clean in there. Just take a look right here. I'll show it to you. Thought you might want to take a little peek inside. As you can see, it has beautiful mahogany on the back. That's solid. So there's a little look inside there. It's kind of hard to get a good video on the inside, but I got a little bit of it to show you. There's not a lot of glue everywhere. It does have a dovetail neck, but the braces aren't. They're not scalped or anything, but again, it's a retro of the old style. Really nice ivory buttons on this little thing, that little old-fashioned look. And we got the closed 3-in-a-row tuners. There you have it. This is the TEXAN, and it's a solid wood guitar. And great price on these, and great projection, plays nice and smooth. And I want to thank everyone for sending me ideas of stores that I might visit on a road trip. If you have any other ideas, please make sure you keep sending them to me so I can keep a list. And then where I'm traveling, I'll be able to look and see, perhaps a store that I might visit and video, share with you on this trip. One of the main reasons why I'm going on the trip is so that I can find these special stores out there that they're sort of a dying breed, but I know they still exist, and I'd like to go visit them and share them with you. So leave me your ideas, and I really appreciate that. Okay, thanks.